Everyone who knows racing knows we have an access problem to our beloved sport. It's expensive and simply keeps getting more expensive at the entry level and for most pro racing series. We learned we can fix the access problem though through sim racing. But what we learned was that just uncovered the sustainability issue. Nissan was first to prove the access problem could be solved through sim racing with its GT Academy program. Mazda did it next and McLaren after. It's been proven time and again that the skills transfer from the virtual race cars and tracks to the real things. Sony made a movie about this after all. So why didn't the gamer to real life racing programs result in illustrious racing careers for their drivers? Why did most virtual to real racers end up out of racing? Well, I oversaw Mazda's competition that iRacing star Glenn McGee won, beating out all of Mazda's real-world racers looking to go professional racing using Mazda's six-figure scholarship, which financed the majority, but not all, of a pro racing season in the Mazda MX-5 Cup. The Mazda MX-5 Cup racing series was and still is the most affordable sports car pro racing series in North America. And when Glenn won, we told him, congratulations, and now you will have to overcome the challenge of sustainability in racing. It's time to get to work to gain funding for next season. You have no relationships in racing, no last name with heritage in the sport, and no family money to pick you up when sponsors don't flock to keep you racing in entry or mid-level pro sports car racing. And you have only 6 race weekends in the MX-5 Cup Series to network and learn what value you have. That is what the six-figure scholarship got close to covering. Glenn and the Nissan drivers broke into our beloved sport. Access problem, at least for them, fixed. But Nissan's and Mazda's funding had a limit. The car manufacturers gave the gamers the opportunity, but then it was sink or swim once the manufacturers stopped their support to use that budget for the next marketing opportunity. The virtual to real racers discovered that motorsports access problem is only the tip of the iceberg. The cost of racing at the entry level all the way up to mid-level professional racing series, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars every year to compete, is higher than the value to corporate sponsors. So how does someone pay for it? Well, our next video addresses the 7 paths I saw racers take to stay in racing and climb the ladder. It's all difficult, but if you get into real-world racing in a program other than Racing Prodigies, you should be aware of the various paths and determine which is best for you. The Racing Prodigy program is not like Nissan's GT Academy, Mazda's, or McLaren's, outside of our approach to fix the access problem. Gaming has proven to be the answer here. Using sim racing's disruptive technology to identify racing prodigies is part of the solution. Part of how we transform motorsports, but not disrupt it, to expand it, to open more opportunities to all, and to make those sustainable simply by having the skill. Unlike the car manufacturers, our model does not take 1 or 2 racers from gaming to put them into an existing real-world racing series for a limited time before it's sink or swim by raising enough money for a sports car series which the broader audience, the general public, and the big companies have largely never heard of. To fund the continuation of racing for the prodigies who go E to real, we are building a racing league that we believe the broader audience will be aware of, that fans can easily follow and understand, that sponsors will know, can understand, and want to support, that advertisers will want to get behind, and of course, that aspiring racers will want to enter to make a career. So how do we get there? Well, we get there if we get entries into the esports tournaments on iRacing, Race Room, R Factor 2, and Street Kart Racing, the mobile game. We get there by adding additional racing games. We achieve our vision of a sustainable E to real racing league and league if people follow Prodigy Racing League and watch the events. Our first real-world racing event where the winners from the 4 racing titles go to compete in a real race car on a real racetrack, Prodigy Week Part 1, it takes place October 30th through November 1st. Prodigy Week Part 1 will be live streamed on Racing Prodigy's YouTube channel. Whether you're an aspiring racer or a fan, help us open motorsports to all by following us on YouTube and our other social channels, which are linked below in the description.